I have one more follow-up question. So
Sure.
it might be a very stupid question, but
Mm-mm.
so a lot of times, like we get asked if the person saw that there is an obstacle, and they hit the brakes, or
Yes.
they didn't see the obstacles and they just bang through it, right? Or they dashed
Right.
through the obstacle. So now with the skid marks not being visible, how do you determine that if they did see and they put the brakes on or if they didn't put the brakes on?
Okay. So I know what you're asking, and there's a couple of ways we can do that. If there's no tire marks at all, what there will be is probably one of two things. If the vehicle hits something and then has to, as a result, swerves to the left or swerves to the right, or goes offline a little bit,
Ah,
you will be able to pick that up on the road.
okay.
Yeah, and at times that quite can be visible. And I've used FLIR cameras, which pick up heat, and they'll pick up heat from a cold road to a little bit warmer part of the road. So if a tire slides across a an asphalt surface, where it's contacted the road will be just a teeny bit warmer, and my FLIR will pick that temperature gradient up. So you got to do
Mm.
that fairly reasonably quickly.
Right. Yeah,
The thing
correct.
is, it gets equilibrium fairly quickly. But that's one option. The other option is almost no vehicle is totally clean underneath. And if you bang into something, quite often we'll get a debris drop from the bottom of the vehicle, and it'll be directly on the road where, for instance, a car struck a pedestrian. So even though the pedestrian is, say, 180 pounds, it'll still cause enough of a violent bang that there could be a debris drop on the roadway right at the point of impact, which is should I say beautiful? It is beautiful, especially when you're trying to do pedestrian struck collisions inside a crosswalk. Because when you get to that, a car will hit someone in a crosswalk and it's end up parked half a block down the street if it even stays. Most of the time they do stay. So it's parked halfway across, half down the block. And the driver may say, hey, you know what? I know there's a crosswalk there, but I was past the crosswalk when this guy ran out or when I hit this guy. Um, but if you go back to that crosswalk, and I remember a couple of very, very vivid examples where on a very clean road, there's this little pile of soil right in the middle of the crosswalk. I'm like,
Mm.
riddle me that. What's going on here? So I'm collecting all this data, I'm taking all these photographs, et cetera, et cetera. And then I leave it up to the traffic members to put it to the driver and say, hey, look, this is what we found. You need to come clean here, because you can't explain away evidence. It's there.
Right.
So figure that one out, right? So it's just a matter of being thorough, really, because it's easy to miss a tiny little bit of dirt. And really, sometimes it's just a tiny little bit of dirt.
True, 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 true.
So interesting.